and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, I post on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. Okay, we have the Lovers. We have the Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and we have the Devil on the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to take a few more cards because I'm pretty sure I know where this is going, but I want to make sure that that's the message that's supposed to be coming across here. I think this is about breaking down barriers, breaking down walls. But let's just get some clarity cards here. Okay, yep. So we have Death, Five of Wands. We have the Four of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and Strength on the bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah. So my initial energy readings were correct here. All right, so we are closing out chapters here of our lives, and we are finishing up some closing out of energies. If you've been seeing 1010 a lot, then this is definitely a message for you. So with this closing out of cycles, and I would say that this is probably going to continue on for the next 7 to 8 days is what I'm getting. I'm seeing here that you're being asked to break walls down that you have created to protect yourself that are no longer serving you. Now, for many of you, I'm seeing that these are walls having to do with relationships, could have to do with the way you truly feel. We do have the Queen of Wands here on the table, which has to do with motivations and passions. We have the Emperor on the table, which has to do with a lack of showing emotion. And we have the Queen of Swords, which is also about a lack of emotion and more about logic and communication. And so there may be some barriers here in terms of those different areas where we created them from past cycles. We created them to protect ourselves, but they may no longer be serving us anymore. And so being that these came out after the fact here, let's start kind of from the beginning a little bit. With the Four of Pentacles, this can have to do with wanting to hold on to stability. Can also have to do with holding on to past grudges or past traumas, past mindsets that are no longer serving us. And I would say it's a mixture of the two because we have the Devil on the table here and we have the Lovers. And the Devil and the Lovers are almost complete opposites in terms of the energy. The Lovers is about choices. The Devil's about a lack of choices, but not due to, well, I should say usually, not due to actual lack of choices, but due to putting those chains on yourself and not seeing options due to that, hindering yourself. That's usually what the Devil has to do with. So that being said, what I'm hearing is that some of these walls that we've built up were not only created to protect ourselves, but they were created to give us that sense of stability and that sense of control. But the truth is we've evolved now at this point. We have transformed, we have changed. We're looking at things from a different perspective. We're planning ahead. We're looking forward. to get clear on what we want to accomplish, and we're looking backward to get clear on what we don't want to repeat or what we want to change, transform, remove. And we're stepping more into this energy where we want well-rounded abundance, not specificity in only certain sections of our lives. Because we've grown and understand now at this point that when you put one thing to the forefront of everything else doesn't get put on hold. If you are only focusing on one area of your life at a time, there's always going to be an imbalance. And the Queen of Wands, I would say, has a little bit of that energy of where you're focusing on putting all your energy into one part of your life and then realizing that that's not working and switching to, okay, now we need to figure out how to balance that energy. And I would say the Queen of Wands and its negative connotation can fall more into that category of hyperfixating on one thing, or it can fall into that category of being very nurturing, well-rounded. We have the flowers and things around her, very nurturing, things just grow, like being that leader, that person where everything sort of comes together, right? So that being said, we want to step more into that energy of the positive attributes of the Queen of Wands, that positive fire energy where we're using our strengths to our advantages to build the life for ourselves that we want and to work through our past and break down our walls and break down these barriers for ourselves that have been causing issues. And that requires a lot of strength in general. We have a lot of fire signs here, or fire energy, I should say, not fire signs, on the table. And fire energy is a very strong sort of energy. But there's very little earth energy here. And so keep that in mind, that we want to stay grounded, because the Four of Pentacles is not really a grounded energy. The Four of Pentacles is oftentimes more of a lacking energy, a more of trying to grasp onto control than actually having it. Whereas the Six of Pentacles is about balance between the two sides of things, that sort of yin to the yang type of energy. And so with the Devil on the table being Capricorn energy in particular, we want to make sure that we're keeping grounded in these different areas. But we're also keeping grounded in the fact that some of these walls, these barriers, they're not serving us anymore. And so we need to transform into a new way of doing things. And that may cause a bit of chaos, a bit of confusion at first. How do we go about doing this? It's going to put us out of our comfort zone, because if you're somebody who doesn't like to communicate and be vulnerable about their emotions, it's going to put you in this sort of funk where you don't really quite know where the line is, and you're going to have to learn it, and that's okay. You're being asked to reflect on these things, but come at it from a different perspective and tackle it differently. Don't allow just your logic and don't just cut off your emotions to it. Kind of allow some of these things to feel chaotic and all that to teach you that lesson of exactly where your boundary needs to be and exactly where that sweet spot is of the in-between balanced energies. And now I talked about how the Emperor is ruled by Aries, so we have more fire signs, but I know I talked about a lack of emotion, but also the Emperor in its positive connotation is somebody who is very, very good at navigating any situation. They're very much the type of person who's a leader. They're very intelligent. They rule without too much partiality. They're able to kind of be even keel in its most positive connotation. And so we're wanting to sort of embody that energy a little bit and allow ourselves to realize that allowing some of these emotions of chaos and things to come in to teach us those lessons, we now are in a different position where we can control that outcome more, because we have more control over our understanding of our emotions and things, that are going to allow us to transform and handle situations differently. And so some of these walls that we created to protect ourselves, or walls that we created to prevent the confusion and the chaos and give us that sense of control, we're being asked to sort of open up our mind a little bit and open up the barometers of where those walls are. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to go out and just completely abandon any of your boundaries. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying, though, is that you want to open yourself up to allowing new types of energies to come in, allow more of a flow energy instead of trying to keep things so tightly in between the two lines of what you've decided the lines are. You need to kind of open up a little bit, widen it a little bit more, and allow a little bit more in so that you can learn these lessons, get rid of these negative traits, and transform that energy into where you're trying to go. Because some of this energy, you're going to end up learning how to harness it in a way that you didn't before know how to harness it. And that is the difference between the past and now. You're harnessing this energy, whereas before you set up these boundaries, these walls, these obstacles for yourself to prevent things from falling too far out of balance or too far in one direction. You have more power now. You're no longer dealing with the same type of energy. You can handle more. So that's kind of what the universe is telling you right now. You can handle more than you used to. So your new, boundaries and things should be more expanded. You don't need as many obstacles for yourself or as many walls up for yourself anymore. And that's going to require strength, like I said, because this is going to put you out of your comfort zone. I'm going to take 3 cards from this Signs of the Time Oracle deck. Just some final guidance. We have Coins and Good Luck with angel number 10. We have angel number 6, Rainbow, Hope. And we have Flamingo, Fun, and that's angel number 2. All right, so if you don't feel it already, you should be feeling more uplifted as this process is going on. The rainbow is also a sign of good luck. The coins here is literally the card of good luck. So you are being told that there's a lot of opportunity right now, and the universe is going to be kind of aligning things in your favor for your progression forward, for your spiritual awakening, for whatever it is you're trying to achieve. But you want to make sure that you're keeping that balance of fun in your life. For some of you, you could be traveling as well or taking a vacation. Or you may need to inject some more rest and relaxation. Maybe you are making your schedule a little too hectic and crazy, or too career driven, or too career focused. And that's going to help you with some of these removal of obstacles. Because oftentimes when things are not going well in our love life or our family life or our friendships or whatever, and it's more of our personal life, we have a tendency to throw ourselves into our work life. Well, your personal and interpersonal relationships are where you end up learning a lot of lessons, though. Not that you can't learn a lot on your own, you can. But if you completely cut off your friends, your family, those things, because you're trying to protect yourself, you're going to miss out on a lot of great opportunities. And that's why you're being asked to kind of pull those walls down, remove some of these obstacles you've set forth for yourself, and be open a little bit more to some of these energies that at first might make you a little uncomfortable. Because it's going to bring you opportunities that you weren't expecting, and it's going to bring you freedom that you weren't expecting. And it's funny because the dime right here, the word liberty is really sticking out to me right now. So really that focus on freedom, on independence, on your sovereignty, on really being comfortable in your own skin, being who you are, and being unapologetic in that sense. And by taking down some of these walls, you're actually going to be stepping into a more authentic energy, which is going to bring more happiness and more fun into your life naturally. And it's going to bring you that more well-rounded abundance that we've been looking for and we've been talking about into your life. So this is your reading. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment your affirmation, which is, I am manifesting abundance in all areas of my life. That's your affirmation for this reading. Thank you for stepping into the circle, and as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.